have a horse that is difficult also in the turning, or I don't feel he's relaxed enough that I can get close to him, I can begin a little bit the pattern from a distance. So from here, I start to walk towards the hind leg and ask the question. He has to start to believe that I'm worth following, and I can teach him that I'm worth following just by giving him the yes. The more yeses I can give him, the more he feels confident about what I'm asking, that the questions are not too hard. So I just keep walking towards the hind leg. As soon as he puts inside hind leg a little bit underneath his body, so not behind, there he's going backwards. There he starts to step a bit under, there he crosses under. So there I give him the yes. And again we go back to this position of focus and rest. Same on the other side. So before I get in close and want to teach him the actual pattern of where to put his leg and how to follow my hand and how to follow the rein, I just give him an idea of where he needs to be in relation to me. So here again I walk towards the hind leg, there the right hind goes good under and relax again. I like this bit where he sets himself the distance again. So now again he's taking responsibility for where he should be. Now if I was to make a mistake, just for instance, I go in with too much body language, so if I'm a little bit nervous thinking he's this young stallion and I need to show him who's boss, and I start going in with too much energy, often you get this then overreaction and he starts thinking I just want to get away from him. So it's all dependent on how your body language is. However you want him to move is how you have to be in the body. So when I start to walk in, I give this motion in the body. I'm giving direction to the hind legs here where he doesn't allow me on the left side. I just keep following. As soon as he allows me on the left side and he starts to take that step under, here again my focus to get in position myself, keep following the hind leg. I keep my left hand up to show them that his head should stay on my left side. There the hind leg turns a bit better and there I let him relax. Good boy. So then I can start to get a little bit closer, rub him a little bit, and then again I walk in, right hand up so that he's keeping his head on the right side. And then energy towards the hind leg turns good, and again I give him the yes. And then I start to build between going closer to the position of the leg. So then I start to go in, have a hand on him, and that he's not moving. If he was starting to run at this position, I would of course keep my hand on him until he stands still. He's accepting the hand good. Then I bring the nose a little bit towards me, and then I start to push the hind leg. And of course here we start to get a little bit the wrong steps. He's very tight in the body, very stiff. He's going backwards from my leg aid, trying to bite me a little bit. Naturally defending himself, that I make contact on him. He wants to wrestle me like another young horse to get me away. So I just continue a little bit until he starts to take the steps a little bit under. Again, as soon as I get the steps under, then I relax. And I just try to come into him that he's accepting my hand. If he gets tight in the skin, I rub. When the skin relaxes, I take the hand away. And as I'm turning, when I keep my right hand up, that's keeping a little bit my elbow in the position of the side of his cheek, that if he runs into the elbow, then it's his mistake, and I avoid the argument of trying to knock him away. So we just bring him into the middle again. Again, the following here. And so I just try to feel how the horse is in the body. Is he lazy? Is he sharp? Is he sensitive on the skin? Not sensitive on the skin? And so for him, he's a little bit tight everywhere in his body. And so when you turn now, you have really the stiff, straight horse. And so when you start with a stiff, straight horse, you just look for the slightest bit of flexion and bend for whatever reason. And then again, I turn the hind leg, Of course, he's going to want to be in all the wrong places over the top of you. And the safest place to be is to be in line with his left front leg when turning his left hind leg. There again we get a little bit the hind legs, keeping my elbow up. So here getting all the wrong steps. We just try to influence in between my hand on the rein and my left hand. There, he takes the right step and relax again. Now if I get into a position where I get too much confrontation and he starts to really defend, then again I go back to, from a distance, creating energy towards the hind leg and just get him to make the right step. So there the feet start to go more in a better position. And then again I go to be able to try to make the right step from the hand again, because in the end he has to move away and understand the meaning of the hand, the when, how and why he has to move. There's better. So that he has a good acceptance of my hand, so that later on when we ride him, we have better control in the riding and he's able to follow my leg. So again, the body language, then the voice, then the hand. There we start to get some better direction of the hind legs. So at this stage, it's not perfect, but he's gone from being really stiff and a little bit defensive and a little bit cheeky into taking one or two of the right steps. For a 3-year-old horse at this point, now I have to change and do something else. So don't look that you try to get the steps perfect from the beginning. Even on an older horse, if he's a little bit stiff or a bit sensitive or a bit lazy, just look to be able to get 1 or 2 times a little bit that smells like the right step and then go away from it. So now I start to think about controlling the front legs on him. He's again in a position where he's a little bit relaxed. And so when I start to control the front legs, I try to think about the backwards energy first. And a lot of the times when you have a horse this forward, the backwards steps are the most difficult. So I'm going to make it really clear to him here that when I go into him, I have this outward expression in my body that I'm giving energy, and then the noise, and then the bump on the rein. I try to position myself that if I'm controlling him with my left hand and he's on the left side of my body, I'm in line with his left front leg. So your positioning at that point has to be that you're in line with the right leg that you want to move. So we bring him into the middle again. And so all the time I have the feeling, especially with the young stallions, that I'm not challenging or overpowering them or bullying them, but just that I give a really clear black and white instruction of what I want. So body language, then the noise, then the bump. Again, I'm in line with the left front. As soon as he steps back, again relax, give him the yes. And then again, body language, then the noise. And of course, the order in which you ask is of course that in the end, you don't need the practical bumps. There's good, relax, good boy. And again, body language, then the noise, there, good. So now I don't need the bump so much. There's some good backward steps. I try to keep my left hand up here so that he's not trying to think of a new game to play with me. And then I can start to move the right front leg to the right. So it's important on a horse like this that we get the backward steps first. He's going to be thinking all the time about pushing over on top of us. So we want to be able to get the transfer of the weight to the hind legs first. So again, move in, body language, the noise, a little bit backwards. When you feel he relaxes on the rope, here he's still leaning into me. As soon as he's a little bit more backwards away, good boy, then I can redirect him across and across. We want the front leg to go not in front, but not in front, backwards a little, and across, behind, across, and then I rest, And here again, I let him make the mistake. And then, again, I show him where he should be. Then I do the same thing on the other side. So again, controlling each of the 4 feet independently first. And then again, I start to back him up from this side. So I'm coming in body language, then the noise, then the bump. Good boy. And so every time I give him the release, this is the yes. And you want to have the feeling that you're giving him more of the yeses. So he starts to then look for what it is you want. So now he's starting to back himself. And then again, he needs the practical example. Good boy. And again, a little bit back. Keep his head on the same side. Remember, I'm backing him with the right hand. He's on my right side. And this is often what will happen if you're asking a question on this side and he's not sure of the right answer, or he's getting bored, he wants to do something else, that you don't allow the horse to put you on his other side. So here again, I want to be on this side. Again, I just tell him where not to be when he's in the right place. I tell him it's correct. Correct him again. And then again the backwards, body language. Then the voice, good boy. And now I start to take him to the side. So I'm positioning myself, all my energy's going towards the left front leg that he goes across. I don't want him forwards, behind and across, behind. And his head's got to go also to left. There his feet are going in the right direction, but he's pushing his neck a little bit against me. So I want to, and if I need to, I can put my left hand up that says you have to go that way in the direction of the rein. So here we lose control. There's a better step. So I make less energy. Again, energy towards his nose. I want your nose to go there away from me, there away. And relax again. And then again the same direction. So I point, my energy's going towards this left front leg. When he pushes his head into me, I can put a hand up that pushes the air towards him that says you have to go away from me. And you'll feel through the rope when they want to push against you or when they want to run forward. So there's good. So there we get some good steps. So now I need to go away from that. And then I go back to the hind legs and I see if we can start to put this exercise together. So we don't want to continue on this for 20 minutes, half an hour. It's just to give him an idea. What's 1 + 1? 7? No. 5? 2? Yeah, 2. And once he gets the right answer, then we can go away from the question and then keep him fresh in his mind for looking for what we want. So then the body language. The kiss noise, of course, is for the forward. So there he turns quite good underneath. He's not quite crossing all the way over yet, but he has them in the right direction. Then I think about moving the feet to the sides. Right hand over the rein, nose across in front of me. I put my left hand up here so that he's not running into me. And then front legs a little more across. There across, putting my body language in the direction of the rope. There he's going in front. So I ask him here, shh, behind. The shush noise for the backwards. Across and across. Good boy. And relax again. Make sure he's not putting you on the wrong side. There's good. Good boy. Hind leg on this side. Rein up. Walk in. Make contact here. Hind legs are turning. Good under. Keep the direction of the rein. When he runs away, I stay with him. Not that I want him to feel if he runs away. So there he gets a little bit the tail on my jacket. I go back into that position. We'll get to those things later, mate, so you know what to do when there's a strange noise. So again, I'm waiting here when the hind legs are turning under, that he starts to also bend a little bit in the front. Again, we turn the front legs behind and across. Backwards a little, good boy. And again, not pushing into me. So here I just continue to follow until the steps start to get a little bit more in the direction I want. Here again, open the rein, follow the rein, yeah. So again, I lose control, just stay in position. There's a little bit, good boy. And then again, front legs across, there's good, there's good, there's good. Good boy, and relax again. Then one more time across, till I start to get these relaxed. Focus steps, not forwards. And you'll go through different moments where the horse will start to get relaxed from it, and then they may start to get the energy up from losing focus. But it's just going through the motions until you get a little bit the right steps. There's good, there's good. Again from the jacket. So it doesn't really matter through the training, it's controlling the steps that you get control here. So you'll run into moments where you don't have control. Good boy. And keeping your position and thinking about which foot you're actually controlling is the most important thing. There's good. Having an idea in your mind before you approach the horse which leg you're trying to influence. Now I'm focusing on my right hind only. There it steps good under. Change hands, front leg across. Good. Very good. Little bit back. There's little bit back. Good boy, and relax. And then hind leg under again. Make contact. There's good. There. So you see now the big contrast between the first demonstration of these exercises and then on a fresh horse. Some horses you'll find will immediately feel the bending and the release in their body and get comfortable and start to offer you good steps. A young 3-year-old stallion like this, he's got a lot of other things going on in his mind. He's also a little bit challenged by me touching him. He's challenged by me showing him and giving him direction. He's got a whole lot of things in his mind that keeps him busy, also focusing when he hears another horse. You know, all these things that are important to him at the moment as being a young stallion challenges him to be able to make fast progression in learning where he has to be in his body. So each horse will progress differently at different rates, and it's just being able to go through the pattern enough, work out where your starting point is. If you get a small improvement, then try to quit on the exercise. So for me, in the beginning, he's not doing anything anywhere near perfect, but I've planted a seed, the idea of what it is he has to do from my leg aid, which is my hand, how to move his hind legs, and how to balance himself, be able to follow the rein to move the front legs, and really about the distance between me and him. For a 3-year-old stallion, this is also a good focus time period. So for him to come out, do this exercise, get to this position, he's made a few good steps, he's learned something, he has a new pattern starting to generate in his mind. I can then from here put him away. But then I might get him out again in 20 minutes, half an hour. He has some time to think and relax. When he comes out again with a different mindset. And maybe it's a mindset that says, oh, I did this half an hour ago. I know a little bit more what it's about. So the knowing when to stop is more important than trying to get lots done in the first go.